Good evening. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all my followers, to everyone that support me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So I just want to start off by letting you know what I'm going to be cooking tonight in Gittings kitchen. So here we have is, well, I'm not really cooking the rice as you know of because that's Uncle Ben's. And Uncle Ben's, you just need to put that in the microwave for 90 seconds. And this is natural whole grain brown rice. This is much better than the white rice that we eat, the starchy rice. So I just want to let you know, if you're not aware of it, this is Uncle Ben's Ready Rice Natural Whole Grain Brown. Okay, next I decided to pick up some prepared green peppers and prepared peppers and onions. And I'm going to kind of mix those together in a fry pan, actually with some sliced baby Bella mushrooms. I like to cook that together, put a little EVO in the pan and a little sea salt and let it do what it do, okay? And maybe even in this particular meal right here that I'm doing, to add a little, I always have problems pronouncing the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Okay, I don't know. But that's what I plan to add, a little bit of that in there with some other seasonings. Also for my meat, I decided to have some pork chop. I haven't had pork chop in a while. I try not to mess with too much pork. So here we have pork loin, center cut chops. And I'm going to do a little bit with that as far as seasoning them. I was going to actually batter it, put some flour on it, but I want to kind of stay away from that white flour. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of grill them on top of the stove. How about that? So follow me as I prepare dinner for tonight. Thank you. Okay, this is the grilled pan that I'm going to do the pork chops on. I put the pork chops in a Ziploc bag. I put some seasoning in here. Some Worcestershire sauce. Yes, correct me on that. I'm going to get the pronunciation for that. And I wasn't going to add any flour, but I added just a touch of flour just for some crispiness. So those are center cut pork chops that I'm ready to put here on my grill. And this is the saucepan that I'm going to do the green peppers, the onions, and the mushrooms. Okay? All right. Okay, I got the pork chops started. And these are the center cut pork chops. Again, as I said before, I'm going to cook all three of these pork chops for 10 minutes. So it's 6:50. So at 7 o'clock, I'm going to take these and turn them on the other side. It's very important that you don't puncture the meat. You want the juices to stay in. You don't want the meat to get tough, excuse me. So you want to make sure that you cook each piece the amount of time that it should be cooked. Okay? All right. Okay, I put a little EVO in a saucepan here so I can put my vegetables in, my green peppers and my onions and my mushrooms. Okay? So I just wanted to show you the pan that I'm using. I'm going to put a little sea salt and a couple other things in there. I put a top over the saucepan so they can kind of steam the green peppers, the onions, and the mushrooms. They can kind of start steaming and getting soft in itself. And I do have my pork chops over here. In about 2 more minutes, I'm going to turn them over, and I'll show you what they look like from there. I have turned the pork chops over. Pretty much that's what they're looking like on the first side. Now I'm going to let this cook for another 10, maybe 15 minutes on this side. Wanted to show you what the vegetables will start to look like. They are starting to look real good here. Softening up here. Don't want them too soft. Want a little crunch to it. But I just wanted to show you what they were looking like. Those are the pork chops doing what they doing. Be back with you soon. Okay, these are the vegetables, and they kind of have done what they needed to do. So I have turned the fire off. I'm going to kind of just take that off the eye so they can kind of stop cooking here so they don't get too soft here. Those are the pork chops. They still got about another 5, maybe 7 minutes to go. I was always taught to let your meat sit for about 10 minutes before you decide to cut into it. You want to let those juices sit in there and do what they're doing, marinate a little bit. You don't want to cut it too soon because your meat will get tough. So I'm going to let it sit here for about 10 minutes, about 7:24, something like that, and then we going to town. All right. And here's my meal tonight. This is about as close as I'm going to get to a 30-minute meal as possible for tonight. So those are my vegetables: green peppers, onions, bell peppers, mushroom, brown rice, and I have the center cut of the pork chop. And here it is. Thanks for following me tonight. This is 64 Still, live in peace.